What is up, guys? It's your boy, Rick Kakis, and today we have the ultimate Season of Plunder guide, showcasing everything you need to know about how this season works, how to farm the different seasonal currencies and rewards, the best upgrades to choose in your star chart, and even how treasure beacons work. I'm a little late to the party, but unlike everyone else apparently, I felt I needed more than one day to truly understand this season, so hopefully that extra time learning things will translate into a better guide for all of you guys. So let's get things started with the thing you're likely going to be using most this season, and that is the Captain's Atlas. This is unlocked almost immediately upon starting the season and doing that first initial quest, and it's going to be located in your quest tab. You have to interact with it to open it up, and this is where you input your treasure maps. You can see that initially you just have the basic treasure map, but you can't just use it right away. You actually need the resources in order to equip it. So here you need map fragments and treasure coordinates. So treasure coordinates are the generalized new currency within this season. You get them from doing pretty much everything other than the seasonal activities. Going and killing enemies out in the world will drop small amounts, completing strikes, gambit, crucible matches, all of that stuff will give you a certain amount of treasure coordinates. Now, obviously, the faster the activity compared to how much you get at the end is going to be the optimal farming method, but I would actually recommend kind of against target farming treasure coordinates unless you really need it at the time, because honestly, guys, you're going to naturally get them by just doing your pinnacles. Like, you have to do 3 strikes to get a pinnacle reward, 3 gambit missions, 3 crucible missions. In the process of you doing all that stuff, you will actually get quite a lot of treasure coordinates, and the max cap initially is only 350, so you'll reach that pretty darn fast. But that also means that if you get to or near that 350 cap, you should stop doing other worldly activities and try to use up some treasure coordinates so you don't waste them. But we also have those map fragments. Those are going to be acquired through the new Ketchcrash Activity. This is the new 6-player match-made activity added this season, and it features you boarding an enemy pirate ship, essentially. Now, some quick tips for farming this efficiently. Well, the main one is that there's a ton of fallen present. Keep in mind that there's a chance the Ketchcrash Activity starts to rotate every single week, but putting on stuff like arc and solar damage resists, and even something like the Risk Runner to capitalize on all of that fallen arc incoming damage is really going to help you farm these fast. Also, make sure that there's actually a lot of opportunities to top up on ammo with rally points. Get your whole team in there and make sure everyone has an abundance of heavy ammo and supers and so on before starting the next encounter. Waiting 15 seconds for half your team to get heavy is going to save more time in the long run. But after doing some Ketchcrash activities and getting those map fragments, you can now make those treasure maps. So what's next? Well, you're now going to have to do another new seasonal activity with the Expedition Activity. This is a 3-player match-made activity, and it has you going and defending different, essentially, mining vessels that are going to spit out these exotic engram-looking things that you throw at this kind of mining vessel. Now, after hitting it enough times, stopping potential interruptions, killing ads, it will eventually move forward to another location where you do the same thing, and then it will move to a final location to deposit that treasure. Now, keep in mind that the weekly powerful reward just counts you depositing treasure, which is hitting the vehicle with these exotic engrams. So make sure you're chucking a lot of them. Now, at the very end, there's going to be a free chest you can open, and then you can pick one of 3 different sites to dig. This will use up your treasure map and give you some seasonal rewards, including, importantly, Plundered Umbral Energy. You're going to need this. And that right there is actually the main gameplay loop of this season. Do random stuff in the world to get those treasure coordinates, do Ketchcrash to get the map fragments, make a map, and then go to the expedition to use up your map and get seasonal rewards. Now, there's actually a third new seasonal activity, and that is the Pirate Hideout activity. This is a little bit separate. Think of this as the weekly story missions from last season, right? So this is still going to give you certain rewards when you beat it, but it's not part of that main gameplay loop. It's mainly for updating that weekly storyline quest that you got initially upon starting this season. However, while you're doing all of that stuff, you absolutely want to keep an eye on your seasonal challenges. As you can see, some of the challenges give you repute. This is what you need to unlock more of your pirate crew, essentially your seasonal upgrades that are really going to make a difference in the rewards you're getting. So 100% prioritize finishing these ones that reward repute every single week, and once you get repute, you go to the star chart, click on Pirate Crew, and you can pick from 3 different options. Now, as you can see right here, when I pick one of the options, the entire next row gets unlocked. That's very important. It means that you don't have to commit to just the top row. You can go and kind of unlock the most important upgrades in Quartermaster, Navigator, and Swashbuckler whenever they do appear. So what are the best pirate crew upgrades you should be picking? Well, let's go over them. So the first 3 are personal preference. I went with the middle one for better precision damage. The next 3, I think it's clearly floating debris to increase the chance to earn Season of Plunder gear for Ketchcrashes. Obviously, you want Season of Plunder gear. The next 3 are honestly all good. I would first pick focused weapon spoils, letting you decrypt umbral engrams into a specific weapon. So obviously, if you're farming the machine gun, being able to get that machine gun over and over again with your umbrals, super important. This was available last season and it was super important then. Then we've got a weapon treasure map, so unlocks a new treasure map, and that is likely going to make it so that you're only getting weapons at the end of those expeditions. Again, super important in farming. And then we also have increased the chance to earn Season of Plunder gear at the end of the expedition mission chest, and I believe that's going to be that free chest at the end. So again, all 3 are going to give you more gear, but I would pick focus weapon spoils first, then weapon treasure map, and then maybe magnetic drill. Now the next 3 are all picking a different crewmate to come in. Honestly, I think the middle one with faster grenade recharge and precision damage is the best one. After that, you have some more interesting upgrades here. Honestly, be aware of this one. Double perk weapon spoils, do not pick this because getting an extra selectable perk doesn't matter here. The goal that 99% of people are going to have during the season is to unlock all of the different red border versions of the new Season of Plunder weapons in order to craft them. Because the craftable versions with enhanced perks are outright better than the normal versions. So who gives a crap about getting an additional perk when you're just gonna make the crafted version and use that over this every single time? So don't get that one. 100% the right choice is Hidden Compartment, so that the first Ketchcrash mission will guarantee awards you a Deep Sight Resonance weapon, which again is exactly what you're going for to unlock that crafting. Now for the next column, both the top one to unlock a new treasure map that will give you double Plundered Umbral Energy, or the bottom one to just award more Plundered Umbral Energy overall, both would be fantastic, because obviously you want Plundered Umbral Energy, especially if you are focusing specific weapons that you unlocked here. But obviously only unlock those if you're still going after weapons via these Umbral engrams. And then in the last column, guys, this is going to be well into the season. You're going to have a lot of weapons unlocked already, so why not just go with Rumored Treasure Map? Once a week you can use a treasure map you crewmates heard rumors about, likely going to award something cool, and I think that's a little bit better than these other things. However, these other things are still good, depending on how desperate you are to still be unlocking weapons and crafting at this point. Now, while you're doing all of that stuff, you're going to be earning Savvy, and that is going to upgrade your reputation progress. Every time you reach a rank, you get a Spoils of Plunder engram to give you a seasonal piece of loot, but also you're going to unlock these rank rewards, and these include, well, firstly, new treasure maps. Like the Glimmer treasure map is going to cost 1 more map fragment, however, it's going to award more Glimmer. But then you also have these treasure beacons. So, what the heck are these all about? Well, when you grab them, they give you a pirate riddle. And you can see the first one right here. Me story begins as I hide blah blah blah. Really? You're just looking for those glowing words. Begin search on moon. So, I fly to the moon and then my riddle updates. So, behind the harbor, there's sorrow blah blah blah. Harbor, sorrow, lost, revelation, chest. So, I go to the moon map and I can clearly see, oh, I have the Sorrow's Harbor location and I have the K1 Revelation Lost Sector. I go in there to find the chest at the end of this Lost Sector and boom, my riddle updates again. This time, Cosmo, Fallen Saber, Strike. I'm doing the Fallen Saber Strike on the Cosmodrome. Once I beat that, it updates again. Europa, Eventide's Hook, Cranes, Search. So I go to the Eventide Ruins, and as you can see right here, near the Cranes, I can actually see the little treasure symbol, the same one that's at the end of the expedition. I can dig it up and get some sweet rewards, including a crude cipher fragment. This is actually going to appear in your Captain's Atlas, and you're going to get another one from doing another one of these beacons. You can't quite use it right yet. You have to wait until another week, but this is likely going to unlock different treasure maps that you can utilize for better rewards. Now, I'm going to quickly go over the second beacon because it's an absolute doozy. So, the first hint, Bay, Chest, Drown, Mist, Dream, Lost, Wished, head to the Dreaming City and go to the Bay of Lost Wishes, Lost Sector, and grab that chest. Then you have Dead Lake Shadows Strike, so do the Lake of Shadows Strike. Next you have Expedition Sword Wield, and this is basically just do an expedition playlist, while also having a sword equipped, I believe, at least I did. The next one, Nessus Column Cistern, Pyramid's Imprint, Pass Through. Definitely a little bit complicated. You want to head to the cistern location, and then there's like a giant column sticking up here. So you head across the Vex Milk Lake, jump up in the entrance, and then you're going to find kind of the first beacon area. This is going to give you Fluid Did Fall from the Sky, Broken Sphere, and Treasure. Definitely a complicated one, but essentially you head to the kind of back of the map near the cistern, as you can see where the public event kind of starts sometimes. Near this big waterfall in the background, there's a broken sphere right in the back here, and this is where you find the actual treasure. So definitely make sure to do those because they also reward a significant amount of rewards. Like I got 2 seasonal weapons from doing that. And so guys, there you have it. Those are the basics to get you through this entire season. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.